In this video, I'll be showing you how to import a dataset into Coleman AI and build an AI quest cell off of it to produce a prediction. Start by going into the dataset and clicking on Add File. Afterwards, select your CSV file and you can preview it. Give this dataset a name, such as camera price discount, and save it. Depending on the size of the data, the save may take a few minutes. Our dataset contains 6 columns. We will be using the first 5 columns to help us predict the discount. After a few minutes, you should see the data loaded icon, indicating that the data has been fully loaded. Now let's go into the quest and create a new quest. First thing we want to do is import our data that we just uploaded. In the dataset drop list, you should see our camera price discount that we previously uploaded. Let's name this quest camera price discount and save. Now that I have my data imported, I want to differentiate its columns into features and labels. I will use the edit metadata block to help me with this. I will rename this to Categorical Features. This one will separate all the features to the right hand side. The features are parameters used to help predict the label. Next, I will be selecting my label. I will rename this block label. The label is what I am trying to predict, which is the discount. After saving my categorical features and label, I am going to move on to the one-hot encoder. I will first apply this to the category column. Applying this to category will create a new column for every unique value in category. This will help the machine learning algorithm parse the data. Next, let's check the boxes in each block. Save it and run activity to test our progress. After verifying that the activity of each block finished successfully, I can see what the one-hot encoder did to my dataset. There is a new column for each unique value in that category with a 0 or 1 value. Next, let's apply the one-hot encoder to all the other feature columns. I got an error because I did not run the previous one-hot encoder before using it as input for another block. At each one-hot encoder step, make sure to run as activity before moving on to the next. I made the mistake of adding quantity into the categorical feature. Even though the block it has already run, I can make the change and rerun it. I would also need to rerun all the blocks after it again. So I will hit Run Quest to rerun all the blocks. After all the blocks have run successfully, I will now split the data. I'll keep the default ratio of 70% training and 30% test data. Now that I have finished preparing my training and test data, I can run it through a machine learning algorithm to train a model. The split data will go to the top part of the trained model, and the machine learning algorithm will go to the bottom part. The label is discount. That is what I'm trying to predict. The machine learning algorithm I chose is XGBoost. All the algorithms in Coleman will have default parameters, so you can use them as is, but I'll be fine-tuning them to this dataset. Currently this will require more machine learning background, but there will be future enhancements to Coleman that will optimize these parameters for you. The last step is to score and evaluate the trained model, using the remaining test data that wasn't used for training. Score and evaluate model ran successfully. I can see how accurate the trained model was by comparing its predicted discount to the actual discount from the dataset. And there's the score with a 99% accuracy. All that's left is to go into Production Quest. Notice that we have a new trained model block now instead of the algorithm and trained model, as the model has already been trained. After saving and running the quest, you should be able to click on the endpoint and create it. After a few minutes, you should be able to go into the Endpoint tab and see your newly created endpoint. Provide it with any combination of values from the dataset. And hit Predict. There is my predicted discount. To call this endpoint, you can go into Ion API, go into Coleman AI platform, enter in the name of the endpoint, pass it the parameters in that format, and hit execute. You can see the same discount being returned. In the next video, I will build an application using Infor Mongoose that will call this endpoint as an API. This is the end of the video. By now, you should have learned how to import your dataset, build a quest, produce an endpoint, and call it. Hope to see you in the next one.